Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. This has been one crazy ass week for strange things happening on this planet. And today's video will only increase the mystery, unfortunately. So basically, I'm going to give you an overview of a news story that's just released, and then I'm going to show you some video footage, multiple clips that have been sent to me over the past 2 days that correlate directly with this news story. So basically, a news story has just hit the net about these two Turkish airline pilots who say that they saw a glowing green UFO near the Istanbul airport. Now, apparently, it looked like a glowing green flying saucer, and it took place around the Silivri district of Istanbul on Thursday, and this airplane was heading from the western Turkish resort town of Bodrum to Istanbul and was flying at around 5,100 meters at the time of the sighting. And again, what makes for great UFO sightings like this is especially when they come from pilots. I mean, these guys are experienced, they're trained, they know what they're looking at, and they can clearly distinguish between a conventional aircraft and something that's not one of our aircraft. So these Turkish pilots said, and I quote, that this UFO with green lights passed over their plane on May 19th. And they said that it passed about 2,000 to 3,000 feet above them, and then it disappeared all of a sudden. And the two pilots told air traffic control about the sighting, and the General Directorate of State Airports Authority said it did not spot any image on radar that the pilots described. So they did not see this UFO on radar, which is not uncommon. So we have this UFO sighting of this green glowing UFO. So basically, and coincidentally, over the past 2 days alone, I have gotten some video clips from around the world of these green objects streaking through the sky. Most of them are green. Some of them take on similar colors or shades of green or blue usually, but nonetheless they all seem to act, for the most part, in the same fashion, wherein which they are seen glowing bright green or greenish blue and are streaking across the sky. However, they are streaking slowly. They're not moving as quickly as, say, a meteor. And we've all seen videos of those. I mean, those things flash through the sky within a few seconds. So the first piece of footage I want to show you was sent to me by Mr. Ronnie Delgado, who sent me this time-lapse footage from a webcam in Oregon from, guess what date? May 19th. The same date that this green UFO was seen over Istanbul. So we'll go ahead and let you watch that video now. So as you just saw, and again, this happened over Oregon, we see in this time-lapse footage this massive green glowing object, which definitely, as we zoom in, looks to have some sort of circular surface structure to it. It comes into frame glowing bright green and disappears throughout the frame and reappears, which is not consistent with the conventional aircraft, which have multiple lights. I mean, this is just very strange footage, and we're showing you a slowed down version of this. And it looks like this green object moved across the sky over about a time frame of about an hour. So this thing is moving slow, making momentary appearances, showing this bright green light before finally disappearing over the coast. And again, captured on May 19th, the same day that these Istanbul pilots saw another circular saucer-shaped bright green glowing UFO above their plane, which flashed its lights and then suddenly disappeared, just as you're seeing in this footage. So continuing on with these green glowing UFOs, let's go on to the next piece of footage here. Now, this amazing footage was sent in to me and happened over Puebla, Mexico, captured by Hector Larazalo and emailed to me just a couple of hours ago, of once again another giant bright green object streaking across the sky. And, I mean, look at this thing. Another bright green object. Now, could this be a meteor? Possibly. But again, it looks very similar to not only the last piece of footage over Oregon we just showed you, but also, again, correlates to the UFO sighting over Istanbul. So now that's 3 sightings. So this is sighting number 3. This is 3 separate sightings across the world starting on May 19th that all contain a bright green glowing UFO. Now, these green UFOs are not only common to the last few days, they've been seen throughout the years, and we've documented that here on the channel. If you remember, there was this green glowing UFO caught over the Netherlands on May 16th of 2015, streaking across the sky. And it was, again, in the shape of a disc, taken by a blogger named Harry Clipperton, who saw this thing with his own eyes. And then we have another image here of the Aurora Borealis. If you remember, we mentioned the Aurora Borealis in our last video about the strange opening at the top of the Earth, or at least something that the government and NASA are attempting to hide at the North and South Poles. And we were talking about the Aurora Borealis, which is this strange light that seems to be, in official satellite footage, coming from a single spot at the North Pole. So, again, this is an image taken from the surface of the Earth, of the Aurora, where again we see another one of these green UFO craft above the lights. Very strange shape to it. Very similar in shape that we've seen in other space-related photos. Almost like a winged object, but definitely not a conventional craft. Now, our last piece of footage that we want to show you guys doesn't share the same characteristic of these other sightings where we see an object streaking across the sky, but nonetheless, this is some very interesting footage sent to me by Mr. William Kane, captured by him and his girlfriend at approximately 11 p.m. on March 25th of this year. And he said that this object, as you're seeing here, lasted for about 5 minutes, and we'll go ahead and let you watch the video, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it in just a moment.
To your right. There it comes. There it is. It's gone behind the palm tree for me. It changed directions. It's hovering again. I got it. It's standing still.
So this man said that him and his girlfriend witnessed this object, and as well, it was also seen by his girlfriend's brother, who was driving home, who was over 3 miles north from the location where this footage was filmed, and was driving home. The girlfriend's brother, that is, was driving home about 3 miles north, and also stated that when he talked to his sister and her boyfriend who sent me this footage, that he too saw this object hovering in the sky, making sudden, slow movements and then stopping dead in its tracks, sitting completely stationary. They said that there was no noise, no sound at all, like you would get from an airplane or a helicopter, or even, yes, a drone. And the source of this footage made a special point in his email letting me know that this was definitely not a drone and it was not any sort of conventional aircraft. He says that he knows what he saw, and he knows for sure 100% it was not a drone, it made no sound. And again, this thing was massive because they were seeing it from miles and miles away. This wasn't just some light across the street. This was happening miles away, and it was seen miles away by other sources. And it happened very close, just miles from the Gulf of Mexico, near the Florida coast. So, again, you be the judge. He said that this thing moved from side to side, hovered, descended, containing this royal blue aura around it. with no other colors and no indication that it was any type of conventional aircraft. So, again, let me know what you guys think. What is going on? We have some amazing footage. We've been getting a lot of emails lately, a lot of help from all of you guys out there sending in your stories, your footage, your images, and if we haven't gotten to you yet, rest assured we will. I've just got a little bit of a backlog right now, email-wise, but I will get to you. So what do you guys think? Especially in terms of these green UFOs. Multiple sightings, all within the last couple days. Is this some sort of like secret invasion? I mean, I'm deadly serious. What is this? I mean, one sighting could be anything. 2 sightings, that's a coincidence. But 3 sightings? 4 sightings? All of which had the same characteristics? This green, massive UFO, saucer-shaped? Seen by pilots? Seen on webcams? Seen on personal video footage? I mean, what's going on? Either this is some sort of an invasion by some sort of objects that are entering our atmosphere, or we have a shit ton of meteors and space rocks flying toward us right now for some unknown reason, which means that something out there in space has disturbed the normal run of things, you know, especially in possibly our asteroid belt. So let me know what you guys think. A lot of amazing stuff. Strange times indeed. If you've seen something similar, email me or post it down in the comments. And yeah, we want to hear what you guys think. So thanks for watching. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Special thanks to all the sources of this footage. And we'll see you back real soon with much more. Stay safe, guys.